We'll probably get dog noises. My brain just died. We'll probably get dog noises. Puppy Kiva here, and as you can tell on the title of the screen and what's in front of you right now, we are back with more Swooning Over Stands, a Grunkle dating sims. And as you can tell from a different screen, I accidentally hit the wrong button when I was trying to get the preferences, so I could do the whole syncing up deal. Do I feel bad? A little bit. However, we already know what was going on, okay? We already read it. Even though it would have been a nice thing to look at since we started. I don't know. I think my brain's starting to die because it's 10:44 over here right now. And a side of me, the reasonable side of me has regrets. Is like kind of regretting this bit because I have D&D tomorrow. As I'm recording this, I'll have D&D tomorrow, which is typically every Thursday on Lord Brodinimus's Twitch channel. So if you want to watch me and my friendos and sister play D&D, you are welcome to come stop by and watch. We typically try to start, to my knowledge, around 3 p.m. Mountain time. So, if you're in the eastern side, add 2 hours. If you're in areas like Florida and Texas, add 1 hour. If you're from areas like California, take 1 hour. Take away 1 hour. Yeah. I don't know the times off the hand. Maybe future Amber would throw that on screen if she's nice enough and remembers. Anyways, let's get on with the dating sims. Let's go! After the expedition to find Mothman, you accompany Ford on a few other missions. So to speak, examining different birds of the forest and clean the questionable stomach-faced duck who snatched your sandwich and quickly ran off, Ford in hot pursuit. While he didn't find what evidence he needed, something to do with their digestive system, you both decided that the stomach-faced duck flock were questionable. Not as questionable as the question quail, which he showed you from a scanned journal page, but still questionable. You ask why he decided the octopus was too stupid to study, but received a loud groan and too sticky as an answer. Valid point. All in all, your adventures with Ford have been more enjoyable than you'd expect, and you can't help but hope that you'll get to experience another one with him soon. You walk through the living room, lost in thought about question quells in Ford's journal pages, and narrowly avoided slipping on a sheet of graph paper. Ah, don't look! Oh, it's you. Dipper peers out over a book that proclaims D&D and Morty official license campaign journal. He sits on the yellow armchair with crisscrossed legs, barricaded with books and papers. He's got a lap of colored dice and half a dozen chewed pencils strewed across the floor, and one in his mouth. You look down and notice the floor is almost entirely covered in graph paper. Hi. Do you need anything? I know it's kind of messy. I should probably clean that up. Dipper looks reluctantly to retract himself from his self-constructed fantasy lore prison. Here, I can do it. You look busy. You're about halfway through cleaning the floor before you actually start looking at what's on the various sheets you're holding. A fantasy map, some floor plans, countless scribbled notes and calculations in the margins. What are these for? Planning something? Dipper re-immersed in his planning. He startles a little when you ask. Oh, right. No big deal. It's just for this great pen and paper role-playing game called Dungeons, Dungeons, and More Dungeons. DD and MD for short. It's about fantasy worlds and statistics and swords and, well, it's kind of difficult to explain, but it's super fun. Bless. I'm playing with Grunkle 4 today, so I'm putting down the final touches on my dungeon. He's gonna be so stumped.
Stumped, you say? That was a weird voice. Stumped, you say? That's the same voice! Well, I can't do a good voice right now. Stumped, you say?
Ford comes into the room at the precise moment, drying his hands on his trench coat.
Perfect timing, Dipper. I just managed to get the paint off my hands. Paint from what? Oh, one of the gnomes came by and decided he'd graffiti the side of the house. Something about his rapper persona. Yeesh. Yes, I don't think Jay Gnomesy is going anywhere in the music business. In any event, I see you've been working hard. Are you ready for our game?
Yes, and oh, Amber, I can take this now. Thanks for the help. Ford looks like he just noticed you standing there for the first time since he's entered the room.
Amber, I'm glad to see you weren't too shooken up about our adventure yesterday.
You grin and hand Dipper the tall stack of papers, catching a glimpse of the stats for a knock-knock skull. Well, I made it back in one piece, right?
That's the spirit! Though 90% of a piece would have been good too. You know, you never realize how little difference 10% makes until you lose it.
Uh-huh. So how was the Mothman?
Shaken up. All in the name of research, though. I've seen it lose a few moths and come back the next week good as new. A process akin to cycling out dead cells. I would say we just expedite.
Google! Hold on. Actually, while I do this, I guess I could take a sip of water, because I'm very dehydrated. This is really hard to, okay, I found the word. Okay, back to drinking water. Expedited! That's how you say it. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Expedited the process. No moral issues there. Well, Amber, the game calls and I must answer. Stanley's about if you're looking for him, though. Well, if you want to join our game, I certainly won't object. I can promise a fun afternoon.
Does Dipper object, though? That's important to me. Does he object? If he doesn't, then heck yes. I literally just talked about D&D just a few minutes ago. Oh my god. Yes! I'm sorry, Stan. I'm ignoring you this entire time. But fuck, they have my attention completely, though.
Another player? Yeah, totally. I can give you a pre-made character sheet to start, and dice. Shoot, where did I put my other set? Don't worry, I've got an extra set.
Me? I don't even know how to play. You know what? I'm not the best player because I'm still getting used to it. This is about my, let's say, 2.5 campaign that I've been doing, and I'm running I'm a part of 2 campaigns at the same time, both of which is being played through Bromidius' channel. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, which is August 2nd, this will show how long ago I fucking recorded this, but whatever. I'm doing shameless plugins. August 2nd is Brody's, the host of the things, D&D campaign, which is called the Tell Once Forgotten, I think, something like that. And that's where I play an Eric Frokra named Vasco Koran. He is an awkward baby, and I love him. He's supposed to be very charming, but his rolls say not. That reminds me, I need to check if my dice are actually cursed or not. And by cursed, I mean, they're, offsetted. Because opaque dice tend to do that. Nerd talk! Anyways! Me? I don't even know how to play. Oh man, there are so many rules. Where to start? I mean, it's really easy to pick up. It's even, kind of popular now. You're not sure about committing the whole afternoon to this game with Ford, though Dipper does seem pretty excited about it, but stands around too, and you wanted to go check on your car. I'm never checking on my car at this rate. I'm sorry. I can't pass up this opportunity, homies. You have to understand me, okay? I'm not passing up this opportunity. Also, by the way, I moved my kitchen timer to my right side, which is my good side, not my blind side. So now I can see we're about 10 minutes in. But we're going to go a little bit longer because it's just I've been mostly explaining and then talking about D&D, okay? We have to get somewhere today. Okay, I don't know why I'm clapping. I have the energy. This isn't from the energy drinks, by the way, babies. This is from Amber's pure anxious anxiety. Amber's pure anxious and love for Let's Playing or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I've never checked on my car.
Well, think about it, Amber. Dipper, my boy, why don't you and I get things set up in the meantime?
Ford and Dipper launch into fantasy lore talk as they prop up a corkboard against the yellow armchair, pinned up various maps and floor plans with important landmarks, and append their pouches of dices onto the carpet. That reminds me, I need to also switch my dices to a new pouch bag. This game is reminding me so much about what I actually have to do. Good on me. Good on them. They're doing things that I will never do, which is remind myself. Anyways. Boop. I have to, guys. I have to join. Okay? I have to. Ask to join their game. I won't worry about my car later. Great! Oh shoot! Did you look at the plans earlier? There was for the Dungeon Master's eyes only. If I'd known you were gonna join us. I'm not gonna be mean to Dipper. Well, maybe. You know what? No, I'm gonna reassure him. I'm gonna reassure him that I didn't look, okay? That's kind of mean to fuck with an anxious kid. Man, remember when I said I'm bleeping all these swear words out? Oh, poor future Amber that's editing these. What a relief. No, wait. What if you're lying to get an edge in the game? Is this legal? Go Ford!
What? I didn't hear. What? This voice is really hard to do sometimes. There we go! What? I didn't hear. I was just categorizing these DD and MD books. How many volumes do they have these days? Dipper and Ford put their final pieces in their place. The Ford is encircled in a mix of propped up corkboards, books, maps, notes, and loose leaf paper. Ford unfolds a game board in the center of the madness. Brilliant! We're all ready. Don't look so nervous, Amber. You'll have me here to walk you through it.
Ford sits down next to the game board and pats the piece of carpet next to him, inviting you to sit, and you do. Dipper sits across from you on the other side of the game board and unfolds an illustrated piece of cardboard. Hold on. Propping it up in front of him. He notices your questioning gaze on it and looks back at you. Oh yeah, this is the Dungeon Master screen. It's just here to protect my secrets.
It hides die rolls and plot points from...
Mothman, is that you? Or is that Thunder? Well, either it's Mothman or Thunder. Either or.
It hides essential dice rolls and plot points from the prying player's eyes. Grunkle tried to look ahead once or twice and spoil a narrative twist. And you were the only player. I'm just making sure my dungeon mastering apprentice stays on his toes. You can never be too vigilant. Dipper gathers his dice in a pile next to the EM screen, ready to roll when needed. Now I mentioned an extra dice set, didn't I? Dice are important, though by no means essential component of the gameplay. No adventurer should leave the house without a set. I keep mine in the souvenir velvet dice bag from the Dementia local game store. Yes. Ford retrieves a dark drawstring bag from his coat and empties it onto the floor, where dice of all different shapes and sizes come tumbling out. And now for yours.
Ford pulls out another matching drawstring bag from the depths of his coat.
They were having a buy one get one discount. Go ahead, take a look. These will be yours for the session.
You pour these dice out onto the carpet as well, metallic gold with numbers embossed in black.
Fancy. Well, I didn't have enough left to make them from solid gold. I was able to electroplate a set for fun. Great Uncle Ford, you
Come on, Amber, you say fancy words all the time. Let's go.
You electroplated those dice? They're so nice. That didn't mean to rhyme.
Maybe she would be the one with the rapping career, not J. Gnomesy. Ford and Dipper laugh.
Yeah, maybe not, but anyways, let me reintroduce our characters. Dipper clears his throat and settles into his dungeon master persona. Now I have to fucking... We last left our heroes, Miv the Middling trapped the great elven wizard, Vernon, and the halfling fighter Trios in a dungeon filled to the brim with puzzles, riddles, and brain teasers. To reach Miv and end this journey once and for all, they'll have to brave the dungeon's mysteries and escape with their lives intact. Dipper sets two figurines by the side of the table on the game board. One's an imposing figure in flowing robes. The other is much shorter in comparison, but posed with a will to prove himself. You suppose the former is Varian, and the latter is Trios. But what would our two heroes find in the first room of the dungeon but a potential ally, just as trapped as they are, who will join them in their quest for freedom? Dipper places three figurines on the carpet just off the side of the game board. And you get to choose your character now, Amber. These starters are pre-made templates, so they're good for short notice additions like this. Choose your character. I'm sorry I went silent. Okay, I get... I'm gonna try to cut these videos off in 15 minutes. Literally 18 minutes later, here I am. And I promise this is a long episode, so we're gonna keep going with D&D talk. Because Amber's a fool. Who keeps talking about D&D? Speaking of which, we're gonna talk about D&D! Out of all of these, I actually do know how to play a rogue the best, currently because of, Vasco. Fucking rogues, dude. Oh my god. Rogues are fun to play. I've also played a half-orc before, so, you know what? We're going with rogue. Because I am sneaky. Even though when I was fighting Mothman, I was anything but sneaky. I was trying to get those sneak attack rolls, man! Sneak attack rolls get a lot of good damage. Specifically if you're like a level... What level is Vasco? Hold on. Wait, no, Amber, don't do this. You have a Let's Play doing it. I say as I quickly go try to find my... Where's my paper that tells me what level Vasco's is? That's my spells. Because Vasco's gonna... I think Vasco's level 6? I don't know. I had to switch to the level, man. Fuck. Rogues can do crazy damage.
And I love it! I love it! Anyways, as I was saying, Orc Rogue. Rogues can move around with stealth, and know how to pick both pockets and locks. Be an Orc Rogue? Actually, what happens if I say no? But I want to see, like, what he says. I know what each of them basically do, and I know I would not be a good bard. You know what? Actually, no. I'm pretty confident in myself as a rogue. Okay, I know how basically the other two works out, because once again, bard's more for, it's for support, which I'm not actually that great of support player, because I'm not used to it. Meanwhile, fighter is more like head-on, like, kind of like, I guess, kind of tanky? I think tanky is the right word. Yeah, kind of tanky. Meanwhile, rogues are more damage per second, and it's fun being that. Alright, so yeah, I'll settle on for rogue. However, even though I say we will get further into this, I'm a liar now, because this is actually a great place for me to cut off the episode. Because I've been recording for about 21 minutes now, and I would like to end this episode off before we get 30 minutes into it. Alright, so in the next episode, we will actually officially start, Dipper's session of DD and MD. I have to put a lot of thought into it. I can't say as fast as I can. Let's see if I can say as fast as I can. DD and MD. Yes, I can, baby! Anyways, see you guys later. Bye-bye. I love you all so much, and I have to end every episode like that so you know that it's the truth that I love you all because you watch all my silly videos. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Boop.